world of the United States of Florida that we travel our night primetime matchup against the NFC South representing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Amazon Prime, local television, radio networks is how you can watch the best ways to get sports that you want to be. That's Baltimore Ravens Creek. And you love it if you like it. It's right here on the Flex On Podcast. You're watching right now with a special happy hour live. That's right, God's given host is here. It's happy hour Sunday. Those cold beverages out. Get those snacks out. Get up on the way to work. On the way home from work. Get that time. Hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts. And to get ready to take week 8. Great. Take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right on Flex On Podcast. I'll give you your sports how you want it. What is going on, Flex Zone family? Happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, you know what that means. Every day is a perfect day for the Flex Zone Podcast. Only place to give you your sports how you want it when you need it. It's your boy God's favorite host, the host of the place here on the Flex Zone Podcast. If you're watching right now, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and sack that subscribe button. Hail Mary, hit that like button, leave the thumbs up, and hit that bell for all notifications. As we are here today, it is happy hour, special live edition. I hate Thursday night football. I really don't appreciate it. I don't like it. The quality of the games, as you've seen most of the season, have been trash. Teams aren't healthy. Teams are slow to start out. Road teams have a distinct disadvantage. And this whole week has just thrown me off personally and professionally trying to bring you guys content. So I said I was going to bring you a preview at some point. I said, you know what, it's happy hour. Somewhere getting ready to head into happy hour where I'm at. So let's get this preview done. Let's get it out here into the YouTube airways and put the positive energy for the Ravens flock to get a win in Tampa. Now, the Ravens come into this game after beating Cleveland last week 23-20 in a nail-biting contest. As we always say, if it ain't tight, it ain't right. They definitely tried to give the ball away, especially on that last drive when they fumbled, which Justice Hill did, and the Browns almost went down the field, thankfully, and due to some favorable calls in the Ravens' favor and some miscues by the Browns that we saw throughout the game, the Ravens held on to win and remain in first place at 4-3. They come into this Thursday night game on the road against the 3-4 Buccaneers, a team that many people thought would be in Super Bowl contention, at least NFC Championship contention, double-digit wins, winning their division by a landslide and lapping the field. They're led by the greatest quarterback of all time. If you know anything about me, you know I love Tom Brady. Greatest quarterback of all time. One of the 3 greatest white men of all time with White Jesus and Elvis, but he's number 1. And unfortunately, we are seeing Tom Brady still put up good numbers, but you can see mentally between the ears, he is not all there with his off the field shenanigans going on, the public divorce, which you can look into and read more into, which we're not going to talk about here. But the Ravens come into this game with an opportunity. And I said a few weeks ago, if they could beat the Browns, win either the Tampa game or New Orleans game next Monday night, 2 Mondays from now, go 2-1 heading into their bye with 6 wins, 6-4, they could be in a good position to really make a second half run with some of the guys that are going to get back and have gotten back from injury in the next few weeks as we head into November. Now, there's a chance for the Ravens to get greedy here. I thought the Cleveland game could be a launching pad, and it was, in my opinion. I think we're starting to see them do things better. I think from an offensive standpoint, I know they only threw the ball 16 times. I think we have a chance for this team to possibly get back to being that ground and pound, the best running team we ever saw. Greg Roman doing what he does best, running the football, getting some of his horses back at the running back position. Gus Edwards, who looked fantastic last week. We talked about it on a post-game show. He has what he likes. His offensive line, I think, is starting to get a little bit better. We know Ronnie Stanley plays a couple plays and he's off. He's not practicing this week. But when you got Stanley, I think Ben Powers, we got to talk about how he's been one of the most improved Ravens this season. And he's done good solidifying the left guard spot, having guys like Makari and having Moses, Zeitler, who comes in and does his job, Linderbaum, who's a rookie but is very athletic and does well in the running game. I think you're starting to see the Ravens start to add some pieces and start to get back to that running game. Well, I do think the passing game needs to improve. We know about that. I'll get to that in my keys. But defensively, this is also the last week and window for Tyus Bowser, who was activated from injured return to practice. So if he doesn't play this week, he has to miss a minimum of 4 games. So does that mean that Tyus Bowser plays this week? I think we could see a return of Tyus Bowser this week, which would be fantastic for the defense. And I think on the defensive side, after talking about the offense, as I was looking at notifications, Bowser back, having JPP. Justin Houston was back last week. Boy, did we use him. Calais Campbell dibbling and dabbling in the fountain of youth. Some of the guys that we've seen on defense. This defense has gone from 32nd now up into the mid-20s, low 20s, maybe can get into that 18 to 15 range, which I think would be perfect for this team. Peters, Humphrey, Chuck Clark. We saw Kyle Hamilton last week. Patrick Queen had a hell of a game, as ridiculed as he's been. Josh Bynes may not play, but defensively getting guys back. Tyus Bowser probably will play this week, in my opinion. That's my prediction. This team, I think you got to have a glass half full mentality, Ravens flock. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to win this division. I'm not saying they're going to beat Buffalo, Kansas City, and all those powerhouses. But this team has a chance. If they can just be healthy, heading into the playoffs and playing their best football, they can beat anybody. And we've seen that through the first 6 weeks of the season, 7 weeks of the season. They've only trailed, 120 seconds heading into last week, giving up a lot of fourth quarter leads. We know they can play with anybody. And I think what you're looking at here is a team that if they can correct the little things, correct those minor mistakes, not make those stupid penalties, get those things between the ears mentally together with the coaching staff, making those adjustments, this team can start to turn it around. Now, I do like the Ravens heading into this matchup. Usually I don't like road teams on Thursday, but I think the Ravens play well with their backs against the wall when people aren't predicting them to win, even though they are, 1-2 point favorites, which is surprising. First time Brady's been a home underdog with the Buccaneers, but I think the Bucs are very vulnerable right now. I think if you can get out into a lead and get out and put your foot on the gas and put the foot, boots to asses, foot to their neck, Nikes on their neck, as I'm wearing a Nike headband, shout out to the good folks at Nike, you can really make this team, I think, in a sense, pack it in. You saw it last week against the Panthers. They packed it in after some miscues early on in the game. They were not the same team. Mike Evans dropping passes. Godwin dropping passes. Brady not looking like himself. So as I say that, there is a legit shot for this team to get out to a possible early lead and put the foots to the necks and make this team not want to play. I do think we'll have some Ravens contingents down there. We know how good from Rashawn is there. There will be some Ravens fans in the building. The weather will be beautiful. It'll be ideal for football. But let's get to the keys of the game, and then I can give you my prediction, as I don't want to be before you long. But make sure you guys, if you're just tuning in, you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell for all notifications, and let me know your thoughts in the comments about who's going to win, your prediction, and score, or anything you're looking forward to seeing as well. My first keys for offense. I'll start with the offense. First one is going to be I have start fast. I think offensively this team has to start fast. They did a really good job last week, in my opinion, of withstanding the initial blow of Cleveland. You saw Cleveland start fast, going down the field, running the football with Chubb. I would like to see the Ravens do something similar where that first 15, that first script of plays, they utilize the run game. They utilize some play action. They utilize Lamar's legs to really keep this defense honest, because Tampa has a good, fast defense, especially in the front seven. No Antoine Winfield for them, which is huge for the Ravens, which I'll get to in a second. But I think they got to start fast. You don't want to just consistently have 3 and outs. You're on the road. You want to build some momentum. I think the Ravens can start fast. Get some points on the board on the first drive. Doesn't have to be a touchdown. Get 3 points. Get Justin Tucker in the rhythm. Get the offense in the rhythm. Why not have the opportunity for this team to get points on the board early and really, really make a name for themselves and really just build some momentum, as this is going to be a game I think that will also come down to the wire and be nip and tuck. Secondly, establish the run. This goes to my second key. Gus Bus looks healthy. I'm hoping J.K. Dobbins takes this time to get healthy and get right so we can see that old J.K. Dobbins we saw last year, because we saw the old Gus Edwards. He looks like himself. He looks healthy. He looks like he's going to run hard. And he looks like I said, Greg Roman is going to ride him throughout the rest of the season into the playoffs to be their bell cow, to be their guy that's going to run downhill, run behind his offensive line, which I think is improving, which they do best is run block, and help them put teams away in the fourth quarter. So start fast and establish the run. Gus has 16 carries. I know he was limited in practice this week. I think he will play. I think he'll be fine. I think I would like to see Gus over 20 to 25 carries. If we can get him in that number, I like our chances. Passing game, you got to find a rhythm. I know they only threw the ball 16 times last week, but this also, yes, Greg Roman has to scheme people open to do a better job. But looking at the all 22 film, Lamar Jackson has to take the dump offs. He has to take the easy plays. He has to take the guaranteed completions to the running backs. Underneath to Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, Kenyon Drake, using Ricard, using the flat and underneath checkdowns. Because teams are dropping back in the coverage or keeping their eyes on Lamar with a spy or containing him in the pocket. You have those easy checkdowns, dump offs. Get the ball out quickly. Don't hold on to the ball, Lamar. Like 2019 Lamar, he would hike. Okay, it's not there. I'm going to run. Okay, it's not there. I'm going to make the quick play. Okay, it's not there. I'm going to make something happen. Not I'm going to hold the ball and try to be Superman. And that's where it goes to Lamar Preston a little bit with this contract situation, but especially in the fourth quarter. But find a rhythm passing wise. Number 4, protect Lamar. The Buccaneers are the 4th highest sack team in the NFL. White, Shaq Barrett. We know they can get pressure on a quarterback. They got a good front seven. They got a good defense, and I think they will try to bring pressure on Brady. Todd Bowles loves to bring pressure. Got to protect Lamar. Got to protect him. He was only sacked twice last week, but he was under duress and under pressure a lot with Garrett and Clowney. So I think we could see some opportunities for the Bucs to create pressure. But if the Ravens can keep him upright, I think there is a chance to possibly have the Ravens just really, really be in a position where they can move the ball offensively, especially if they're running the ball well and can create opportunities for play action. Last one, fourth quarter execution. Last week, we saw the fumble on that last drive. Can't have those miscues, especially on the road, especially against a team with Tom Brady. You want to put the knife to the throat any chance you can. And we know the Ravens in the fourth quarter will try to run out the clock, have a 10, 12, 6, 7, 8-minute drive. They got to protect the football. Can't turn the ball over Lamar with running around, fumbling, throwing interceptions, throwing across your body. Justice Hill, I love you, but don't fumble the football. High and tight. Gus Edwards, let's see more of him in the fourth quarter. Less Kenyon Drake. Let's see more Gus Edwards. Let's see more Justice Hill. Kenyon Drake had a good game against the Giants, but I think Hill and Edwards are your two guys moving forward. Give Edwards his 20 to 25. Give Hill his 7 or 8, 7 to 10, and let them go at it, and Drake can have out the rest. Let's go to the defense. Got to get inside pressure on Brady. We know these great quarterbacks, Mahomes, Allen, Brady, whomever you want to put in that category, Aaron Rodgers. When they can see the pressure coming, they make plays. They make easy decisions. They say, oh, you're coming from this side, or you're coming from that side. I'm going to throw right over your head. I'm going to escape to the other side. But when you get that inside pressure, especially against Tom Brady, we've seen it in the Super Bowls he's lost, against the Giants, against the Falcons. Not against the Falcons, but against the Giants, or against other teams where he's lost the Super Bowl. And teams that have given him problems, the Broncos, the Colts with Peyton Manning, the Broncos with Von Miller, that up-the-middle pressure, that inside pressure. So guys like Madubuike, Calais Campbell, Travis Jones, why I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. Patrick Queen. Mike McDonald did a hell of a job. He got my game ball last week for the defense. I think he can do more things with blitzing him. Just let Patrick Queen go. Don't have him think. Just have him go. Kyle Hamilton, blitz him more. Use Chuck Clark. Use Pepe Williams. Use these guys to create and devise pressures on Brady to make him have to move. He's a statue. He can't move around well in the pocket like that. But if you can get that inside pressure, Madubuike, Broderick Washington, Jones, Calais Campbell, Patrick Queen, Kyle Hamilton even, you can make him step up in the pocket and get him off his spot and pressure him. Because you know Brady wants to get the ball out quick. He's going to say hike, and he's throwing the ball before you can even say the word. You can even say A out of the ABCs in the alphabet. He's already getting rid of the football. Next, make Brady hold the ball. You want to make him hold the ball. He's looking for that quick throw. He's looking for that first read. He's now looking to hold on to the ball. He's going to be a statue back there. Make him hold the ball for 4, 5 seconds. Get some coverage sacks. That would help out the Ravens a lot. Third, don't get beat deep. I know they don't really have a burner because I don't know about Brashad Perriman, former Raven, but Evans, Godwin, they're big, physical, strong body receivers. We know they can get open. They can create separation when needed, go up and catch 50-50 balls. Humphreys, Peters especially. These aren't fast guys, so I don't think they will struggle. And if I think the Ravens can make Brady hold the ball, they'll have a chance. Don't get beat deep. Don't give up the big plays to these receivers. Don't allow them to beat you deep. Fourth, make them one-dimensional. You know that the Buccaneers with Tom Brady want to run the ball with Fournette. The Ravens have to do like they did last week. I know Chubb didn't really got going the first drive, and then kind of the last drive, they could have used him more, in my opinion, Stefanski, but they didn't. He doesn't run the ball enough for me, Kevin Stefanski, but that's just me when you got Chubb and the best running back possibly in football with rushing yards. But you didn't use Chubb. I would like to see the Ravens. They're going to see a lot of Fournette, I think. They got to set the edge well. They got to do a good job tackling. Fournette's a physical guy, too. You got to make them one-dimensional. Hey, make Brady throw it 50, 60 times. That's fine. We'll go get him. Because when he has to throw the football, we'll create some turnovers. We'll create some opportunities for the secondary, for those guys to create pressure, force some fumbles. Oh, wait. This would be a perfect game for you to play well. Because the Buccaneers' offensive line isn't that good this year. They're not that good. I think the Ravens, some of the athletes on the Ravens, as I mentioned, if Tyus Bowser is back, 15, 20 plays. JPP, we know he's playing his former team. You know he wants to put on a show them why they should have never let him go. And let's not forget, he knows his team well. He knows what they like to do, some of their tendencies, some of their very much habitual things they like to do offensively. So he's going to come out, and I think we'll see the best version of JPP this week as well. Justin Houston, I hope he can continue what he's doing. So let's do that. Let's get some pressure, and let's make some turnovers. Special teams, Jordan Stout, he got one of my game balls last week as well. Punts are good. In this game, it's going to be about field position. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I honestly think the first team to 25 wins. And in today's NFL, that's not a lot of points. So I think punts are good. Jordan Stout's going to be great weather, good ideal conditions to punt. Harbaugh, don't be afraid to punt if you have to. Play field position and make them go the distance of the field. And take the points. We saw last week that Harbaugh was a little more precise in taking the points. He didn't force anything. So Harbaugh, take the points. Use Tucker. It's going to be great kicking conditions. Do what you got to do and take the points. So overall, offensively, start fast, establish the run, passing game, find the rhythm, protect Lamar in fourth quarter execution. Defensively, get inside pressure, make Brady hold the ball, don't get beat deep, make them one-dimensional, and create some turnovers. Special teams, punts are good, and take the points. I do have a prediction. I'm actually going with the Ravens. I've only picked against the Ravens once this season, and the Ravens should really be undefeated or with 1-2 losses max. But I'm going to pick the Ravens again, and I usually don't pick against Tom Brady, but I think this is a get-right game for the Ravens. I think this is an opportunity for them to really get out to an early lead, potentially a 7, 10, 13-point lead, 10-0 in the first, second quarter. Put the pressure on the Buccaneers, make them think too much, make them commit some mistakes, and have Todd Bowles tighten his underwear of what's going to happen to him. Is he going to be fired possibly if they don't achieve, and make them go 3-5 and in the NFC South, which they should be running away with. I think the Ravens, if they can get out to an early lead, have a legit opportunity to get this game and make it something where they can play ball control, run the football, and keep Tom Brady on the sideline with the tablet that he might break again. And as I mentioned, get inside pressure, make Brady hold the ball. Don't get beat deep. Make them one-dimensional, create turnovers. Punts are good. Take the points as well. Like I said, I think if the Ravens can come away with this game, I'm going with the Ravens 24-20, by the way. Tight nip and tuck game. Ravens utilize taking the points. They make the Buccaneers settle for field goals instead of touchdowns. Lamar makes a few more plays with his legs than Brady makes with his arm. And I think that he can get this team a couple of opportunities offensively. And I think we can get a defensive touchdown as well. I like the way the defense is trajecting upwards into that 20-15 range at this point of the season. 24-20, I'm going with the Ravens to win, but I do think that it will be a tight nip and tuck game. And I would like to hear from you guys and know what you guys think is going to happen. But I think if the Ravens can win this game, as I mentioned, you got Buccaneers. You don't play again until 2 Mondays from now. Then you have a bye week. Then after the bye, you got Carolina. So Tampa, New Orleans, I think will be a tough game, but a winnable game. And Carolina. After this game, that's 3 winnable games coming up. You got a chance to stack some wins and really, really put yourselves where you want to be heading into November, December, where you want to be playing your best football, where you want to have all your horses back, where guys are getting healthy. Because I think we could see David Ajabo possibly after the bye. If not by the New Orleans game, I think we could see him after the bye. Like I said, I think we get Bowser back this week. I know Andrews hasn't been practicing this week. Bateman hasn't been practicing. It's kind of iffy, hit or miss of who's going to play, who's not going to play. Because Thursdays is not much media availability, but maybe one day, and that was like Monday. No media availability for today. So really they only did a walkthrough. They leave today. It's up in the air. But I do think we'll see Andrews. I do think we'll see Bateman. I do think we'll see Edwards. I do think we'll see Ronnie Stanley. I do think we'll see all of these guys because after this game, if they can push through, they got 10, 11 days off where they can get right for New Orleans. And as I mentioned, after that, they have a bye. So I'm going with the Ravens 24-20. That is my prediction for the win. Baltimore Ravens, I hope, will win and improve to 5-3. And Buccaneers will be 3-5. Can you guys believe that? But I still think they'll win the NFC South, regardless of the outcome of this game. I still think the Buccaneers will probably be at least 9-8, 10-7, win a division, and probably still be able to win a playoff game, if anything. But it's Tom Brady. You make it to the dance with him, you know you got a chance. But I'm going to Ravens 24-20. I do think they will run the ball effectively with Gus Edwards. Lamar will make more plays with his legs than Brady makes with his arm. And I do think they'll force a few turnovers defensively, at least 2 turnovers, and get a defensive touchdown. And I think Andrews will have at least a catch or 2 this week. He'll have more than, only 2 targets, no catches. He had the toss to Lamar and a carry. But Andrews, I think, will play. He will make an impact. I think he has an opportunity against his defense. No Antoine Winfield. Opportunity to take some shots deep. Let's see Deshaun Jackson. Let's see Bateman. Let's see Duvernay used more. Let's use these guys. Let's use Likely. Let's use some of the weapons that we have. I think we have opportunity if we can protect Lamar, like I said in my keys, to really, really open up the playbook. And if they can get some rhythm, if it's not there, Lamar, check it down. If it's not there, take off with your legs. If it's not there, throw it away. Don't make the turnover. Hey, even sometimes taking a sack might not be that bad, as long as you're not in field goal range. But if anything, don't turn the ball over. Lamar, don't press. Relax, Lamar. You're one of the best players in the league. You're the most electrifying player in the league. And we need you to take this team as you've done previously before, put them on your back, and be great and help this team get where they want to go, which is to the playoffs and hopefully the Super Bowl. And you can make yourself lots of money. As I mentioned, if you're watching, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. Check out our sponsor for the day, Fanatics. Get your NFL gear using our special link. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that notification for all of the Ravens news, all of the places. When videos drop. We'll be doing a post-game show tomorrow after the game. I'll be here, probably have Big Raj. We'll do something. Might not be a long post-game, but we'll be here, give you the wrap up. Hopefully a happy happy recap of what happened during the game and what went down in Tampa. We'll be here tonight for AEW Dynamite. If you are into that, we will be watching AEW live and direct, and the Flex Zone crew will be with me. God's favorite host live stream. Get your snacks, get your cold beverages, and we'll be live tonight watching AEW. Like I said, we'll be live tomorrow after the Ravens game for the post game. So we'll be live for that. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Again, I'm going with the Ravens 20 to get that win today, tomorrow. And I think Lamar will make the play with the leg. And Tom Brady makes the arms. Lamar will play better than he's played the last 2 weeks. He has to. There's no way to go put up with this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Ravens Buccaneers tomorrow. Going with the Ravens 24-20. I think the Ravens have an opportunity to create some turnovers defensively, help the offense now. I think Justin Tucker, Jordan Tucker, that weapon will excel. And I think we'll see JP use Calais, Queen, Hamilton, Humphrey, Peters. That will play some of their good football. Travis Jones, see more of him. Gus Edwards, I think we'll show why he is. And we're like that. And hopefully we get something out of, I think, Andrew Bateman. And I want to see Deshaun Jackson. Take a couple shots at Deshaun Jackson. Hold up to him 2 or 3 times on a deep post, a go route. Use him on a wide receiver screen, but just sweep. And involve a reverse, double reverse on him and Duvernay. Maybe do something like that. We'll get throw it back to Lamar or give it to Lamar and let him do something freaky or nifty with the grab room. Dig into the ball, stroke. They may not be expecting it. You got to do different things to get a different result. And that's to be a team like the Buccaneers. So I know record-wise aren't themselves, but I think we'll eventually get it together. It's not this week. I think this one can catapult the Ravens to multiple wins in a row. They get ready for their bye. as well. God's favorite host, the host of the Moist. Thank you guys again for watching this midday, afternoon, happy hour live. I'm going to do this more often. You may see me hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button to know when we're live. I'm going to Ravens 24-20 over the Buccaneers, and I think they will find a way to get another close win. 24-20. They've been tough. I think the Ravens, like I said, can start fast and utilize what they can do best, which is run the football. Not to put the game on the big game really on time as possible and make it more of a football one that people like Ravens have an opportunity to win this football game. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody. Love you. Thank you for all the support on the channel. Again, check out my sponsor, Fanatics. Get your NFL, get your NBA, get your NCAA, all your sports. Fanatics.com. And chat description as well. And again, hit the subscribe button. Post game show tomorrow evening. So probably after 11:30 Eastern time. For the post game show, recap what happened with that game. For Baltimore Ravens on the Flex on podcast. Only place giving you the foresight. Still signing out again. Going to Ravens to get a game. 24-20. Hey, I'm drinking that purple Kool-Aid this week. I'm drinking it all week, all season outside of the football game. Let me know what you're drinking. It's happy hour. Let me know your thoughts. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you later for AEW. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that bell, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And drop your comments. Give me your predictions on the Ravens game tomorrow. 20 Ravens post-game show immediately following the contest tomorrow night. Game will be not will be shown locally on ABC Channel 2 in the area and your local radio affiliates as well. Guys, happy Wednesday. Get home safely. And I hope you have a great night. See you later for AEW. I appreciate you guys again for joining me today.